Dialga and Arceus are tearing up Pokemon Pocket, with Dialga being able to consistently stack energy on your opponent's bench and Arceus hitting for massive damage. It's an almost unstoppable duo. But this is the best counter I've been able to find. This is a deck I like to call Sticks and Stones. It's pretty much straightforward. You've seen deck lists similar to this online, but I am running 2 copies of Riolu, 2 copies of Lucario. Lucario, in case you guys don't know, its ability is Fighting Coach. All of your active fighting Pokemon do an extra 20 damage. You want to pair that with Sudowoodo in your lead, or especially up against EX Mons, because Sudowoodo, that's 1 energy for fighting Headbutt. It does 20 damage base, but if your opponent's active Pokemon is an EX, it does 30 more damage. And then if you have a Lucario on the bench, well, that's plus 20 damage, so that's 70 damage. 2 Lucarios makes it 90. Sudowoodo is hitting for some massive damage. It's going to be putting in a ton of work for this deck. I also in here have 2 copies of Cranidos, 2 copies of Rampardos. I also have 2 copies of Skull Fossil, but Rampardos is awesome, especially for this deck. It's 1 energy, it is a 2nd stage, but its move is Head Smash. It does 130 damage. Pair that with 2 Lucarios, giving it an extra 40. It's doing 170 damage. The only downside to this move is if it knocks out your opponent's active Pokemon, it does 50 recoil to yourself. So ideally you'd want to have this up in on your bench. Wait for Sudowoodo to come down and then start coming in and getting like 1 to at least 2 hits on your opponent's active Pokemon. Maybe finishing off what Sudowoodo couldn't. But now moving into the trainer cards, we are running 2 Pokeballs, 1 Pokecoms, just because there are a lot of Pokemon in this deck, and sometimes you want to get rid of that second Sudowoodo and come into your Cranidos or Rampardos. You know what I mean? You know, it's Pokecom. You know how it is. 2 Skull Fossils. I am running 2 Giant Capes, just because Giant Cape is really good for Sudowoodo, just so he can have a base HP of 100. That does a lot more than you would think in certain situations, and I also have that for Cranidos as well. So those are my 2 targets. Ideally would be Sudowoodo and Cranidos. It would bring Cranidos up to 170 HP, making it so Head Smash could hit 4 times, knocking out a Pokemon if need be. But you want to get the 2 hits with that. But then we also have the 2 Professor Researches, and then the one of the Cyrus, just because you get in there with that Sudowoodo, man. You pair it up against the right thing, and they try to hide. You bring that Cyrus in here, man, and you just finish them off that way. But we're going to go ahead, hop into a battle, and I will show you guys just how awesome this deck actually is. Alright, here we go. You never retreat. I hope you don't. I love your icon, by the way. We're going second. Love that. Going up against Dark. We do have a Sudowoodo in our hand and 2 Pokeballs. So we get a Riolu and possibly another Sudowoodo. We'll see. Hopefully we can draw a Professor on our turn. Get a few more cards in our hand. Playing Ekans, huh? Ekans, Arbok. Arbok is Arbok counter? Is that his move? I think so. Professoring. Ooh, Venipede. Alright, and a Darkrai. There he is. How you doing? Alright, well, we got a Skull Fossil. That's good for us. We'll Pokeball. And then we will... There's our Riolu. We will Pokeball again. It's either Riolu or Sudowoodo. And the Riolu. Okay. We'll drop the Riolu, and honestly, any other card, any other Pokemon in the deck is beneficial. So we'll go ahead and send that other Riolu back. And we got the Lucario, which, that's, like I said, it's beneficial. We will go ahead and put some damage on this Ekans in the active spot. I imagine they're going to attach their energy to Darkrai. I would, I mean, if I was them. Alright, so there's his Whirlipede. There's the energy on the Darkrai. Love to see it. I mean, what are you waiting on here, dude? Sabrina? Oh no, not Sabrina. My worst nightmare. I mean, I could always just Cranidos, right? I'll Riolu, put the energy on it, retreat out. Like, screw it, right? Alright, well, there's your
There's Sabrina gone. You can't attack me. So, I mean, whatever, bro. Alright. We will put the energy on Riolu. We will retreat back out into Sudowoodo, have him in the active spot. Evolve Riolu into Lucario. And then we will also evolve our Skull Fossil into Cranidos. So if we get the Rampardos, we'll be in good shape. Go ahead and do 60 damage with weakness to this Ekans, and then we'll see what they move forward. See what they move forward. And we'll also see if they decide to invest more energy into Darkrai or decide to put it on one of their other Pokemon. Oh, it just moves Darkrai forward. Okay. You do understand Sudowoodo gets a 30-point bonus going up against you, right? Oh no, 20 damage to me. Ow. It hurt. It hurt so bad. I mean, Giant Caping on him is not going to do anything, so I will put the Giant Cape on Cranidos. I mean, either way, we're going to hit for, what is this, 70 points? Yeah, this is going to hit for 70 with Sudowoodo, and then Headbutt on Cranidos does 50, so that's 70 anyway. So we'll go ahead and hit for 70 on the Darkrai. He's going to load up, knock the Sudowoodo out. We will move up with Cranidos, and I mean, at worst, we'll just hit for 70 and take these 2 points, right? Unless he retreats for whatever reason, but I would imagine that he's just going to attack with Darkrai here. Okay, so he attacks with Darkrai. Sudowoodo, you did your thing, homie. I appreciate you. You held it down. Move up into Cranidos. And then we got another fossil. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't have to do anything. This is pretty much just BMing at this point. This is 70 damage and this Darkrai is going down. So we won with Cranidos. That's cool, but I mean, this deck served its purpose. It did what it was supposed to do, and I can't be mad at it for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this into a second battles to show it off just a little bit more. All right, here we go. Going up against Toki. How you doing? We are going second. Love to see that. And we're going up against Steel. Love to see that too. I mean, yeah, we got the Sudowoodo. That's what we wanted to start with in the active spot. Hopefully we can draw a Professor. That would be great for our draw. I mean, we do have the Skull Fossil and a Pokeball, so we should be able to set up for Rampardos and the Lucario line. We hoping. I'm optimistic about our Pokeball. Alright, buddy. Mountain. Hey, I respect it. That's how I run my metal decks, too. Y'all sleep on Melmetal, man. Built-in negative 20 damage. See what else he's playing. I mean, you gotta have a Dialga. Yeah, there's your Dialga. And then there's your Professor. Must be nice. You got everything you needed in your opening hand. Pokeball too? Bro, your hand's cracked. Double mountains, huh? Alright, so we got our other Pokeball. We will drop our Skull. We'll hit one Pokeball. There's the Riolu. We'll hit the second Pokeball. And there's the second Riolu. I'm only going to drop one for right now. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this. So we'll be hitting for 20. How many cards left? We got 12 cards left in deck, so I mean, whatever we draw is probably going to be beneficial. We have the one of Cyrus in our hand. Now, where's he gonna... Alright, where's he gonna put this energy, though? On the Melmetal in the back. Okay. And he's caping the Melmetal. Back to us. There's Rampardos. That's fine, I guess. We'll go ahead and hit again. Quick turns, you love to see it. Yeah, he's just gonna build Melmetal in the back, huh? 150, that's a lot. thankfully Melton is gonna go down, so we're gonna have, that's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna have a hit on that at least. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, take out the Melton, and then whatever it brings up, be it Malmetal or Dialga. I mean, Malmetal is gonna take negative 20 damage, right? But as long as if we can get the Lucario, we'll be able to hit it for 20. Oh, he's just gonna bring up his Dialga. Okay. He's got to have a leaf in his hand. That's the only reason he's doing this. He's got to have a leaf in his hand. We're going to send the other Riolu back. Hopefully draw into the Lucario. We've got a better chance of getting Lucario. And we got the other Sudowoodo. That's fine, though, because we can put the other Sudowoodo down here. Scare him, I guess, right? And we'll go ahead and evolve into the Rampardos. We will Fighting Headbutt. We'll do that 50 damage to Dialga, and if he does come forward with Malmetal, we have the Cyrus in hand. Yeah, so we can just Rampardos up to the active, Cyrus to the Dialga, and then that's game. GG's. I love this deck. I absolutely love this deck. And we had a slow start. Like, this was a slow start. This was a bad opening hand. Like, honestly, for this deck. And, like, yeah, we're in a good spot. Alright, he drew the other there. There's the leaf. Kind of figured that was going to happen. Here comes Malmetal forward. It's going to take out Sudowoodo. Heavy impacting for 120. Why didn't you attack? Why? What was that about, dude? Because now you literally just lost. What? Alright, bro. Hey, I don't make the rules. I just play here, dude. I just play here. 150 damage. Dialga goes down. 50 points back to us. That is 2 points, and that is a GG. That's sick. I love this deck. I absolutely love this deck. And like I said, man, that was a bad opening hand. But Rampardos was still able to come through. Sudowoodo did his thing. Lucario came down. Yeah, this is great. I love this deck. Highly recommend y'all playing it. We'll go ahead and go over to the recap one last time.
But that is going to do it for this video, guys. Here is the deck list one last time in case you were wondering. If you made it all the way through, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below, let me know what your favorite part of the video was. And until next time, this has been Griefus saying, later.